This is Pinterest's most robust piece of research on what creative factors can contribute to campaign success. When it comes to advertising, creative can be a performance multiplier. So we analyzed over 100,000 assets across 10 main advertising verticals, and based on that, developed and trained 80 AI models.
We partnered data science and creative experts together to understand what drives performance creatively on the platform.
The research was commissioned so we could identify key creative features that could help set advertising creatives up for success.
There are lots of takeaways from the research. To simplify it, we created a framework to translate our research into a helpful guide. We're calling that the 4 C's of creative effectiveness. All of our insights fall under one of the 4 C's: context, content, craft, and color.
There is so much research. We wouldn't be able to cover it all without making this video like 3.5 hours long. So today we're gonna share a small sneak peek into some of our most interesting findings.
The first C stands for context. When building for the platform, a great place to start is by considering the surroundings that your ad will appear in. The Pinterest feed is competitive by design. Users scroll 1.5 times slower than on other social platforms.
Our research showed that the users engaged more with content taking up more real estate. So choosing formats like Premiere Spotlight or repurposing your assets can lead to longer view times and higher click-through rates.
The second C in our framework stands for content. What we found is that faces and people forge connections with our users, as does being relevant and reflective of the real world by showing diverse talent.
Showing faces of featured talent can increase your engagement rate by up to 80% for the video and 60% for the static assets. So if it makes sense for your concept, include people enjoying your product or the space they're in.
The third C of our framework stands for craft. This is when we jump inside the layout of the pin and play with the composition.
One of the examples that we have here is decentering the copy, with your visuals playing the center role. This can result in increasing the click-through rates up to 5 times.
The final C stands for color. When it comes to your visuals, contrast and brightness matter. Aim for mid-level brightness to stand out, whether in light mode or dark mode. What we saw is that visuals with high contrast and warmer hues drove a 2 times higher click-through rate. Use this framework to help enhance your process as you develop creative for Pinterest. It's not meant to enforce or limit your ideas. The 4 C's can help bring your brand and messaging together in a cohesive way that helps drive performance and connect with users.
Get in touch with your Pinterest representative to discover 4 C's in even more detail. Our users are there with high intent, waiting to be inspired.